Before we begin, I just need to make an itsy-bitsy announcement. As you may or may not notice, my voice is a bit different now. This is because Baldumbo Rat, also known as Jitterbug, or just Jack, has started hormone replacement therapy back in November. As a reminder, Jack is a trans man, and as much as he loves voicing, well, me, ultimately his happiness takes more priority. I can't hit higher pitches now, so you'll probably notice I sound a little bit flat in the dub. I don't know if I'll lose this voice completely or not, so this may or may not be my last Lovestruck Derpy video. If you want to know what happens next, please follow the blog, which is linked in the info. Thank you!
Time Turner seems like a very nice stallion. After you get the doctor fixed, you should see if you and him could hang out sometime.
Sorry, but staying in the wrong dimension is a huge risk, especially for Derpy here, since she's not a Time Lord like me.
Aww.
Hey, Derpy! Maybe when the doctor gets better, you can ask him if Time Turner can come along with you guys. You two seem to get along brilliantly.
I don't think the chap could handle it. Besides, he has his own adventures.
I guess that's true.
So, what happened between you and George, Doctor? You were completely entranced by him. When did you finally notice you made a mistake?
Well, that was all lovely to be meeting a new friend, but you have gotten me curious now. What in Equestria happened with, George?
So, do you know what happened between George and Doctor?
Hey, Doctor, since you saved Timmy Turner, or whatever his name was, you protected Derpy and... forget it. Long story short, what happened to George?
So, Doc, what happened to George?
So what exactly happened between you and George, Doctor?
Yeah, what exactly happened? I mean, you were totally crazy about him.
What happened to George?
Doctor, what happened between you and the plan, George? How did you break the love poison?
Okay, we broke up. I mean, I made the mistake once, I thought, he was getting a little bit big for his bowl, so I decided I would do a nice gesture and switch him over to a big bowl, but he bought the wrong sort of potting soil, and he didn't care for it, and I got upset, and they were yelling, and apparently he has really high standards. You figured that having heavy nitrogen-rich soil would please somebody, but no!
So, Doctor, was the whole George incident real or just a ruse?
Of course it was real. I mean, at the time I felt it, but let me explain. You see, George wanted to have a rooted relationship. He isn't really fond of travel. He also expressed interest in us and having a little orchard someday, but I don't have a stamen, so it's not possible for germination between us. We could have coped with those things over time, surely, but there was one more thing that broke the deal.
Doctor, what finally snapped you out of your haze?
The TARDIS alerted me that Derpy was in danger. I realized I had to choose between adventures with Derpy or a romance with George. Something sparked in me, and I remembered what was most important. I realized the feelings I had for George weren't real. So I had to do what was best for the both of us. I'm sorry, George! My feelings were a lie!
Is the doc normal now? Because he owes you big time.
Oh dear, I suppose I must have caused her some distress then.
Doctor, I think after all of the things that happened, such as you being mad at her and even threatening to fight her to defend George, I think you should give Derpy some cuddle time as a way to tell her it is all right. She would love doing that with you more than all the muffins in the world, and I think it would be good for her to know you're well now.
Oh! No, it's okay, that's fine. I'm just happy you're back, and...
If you insist.
Hello there, short-time listener, first-time asker. I was wondering, now that all that messy mess has been cleared up, if it's time to relax a little. I think mini beach party with summer coming up.
Relaxing. Yeah.
She's had a long day. Sleep well, Miss Hoofs.
Doctor, if you actually have feelings for Derpy, you need to talk to her about it. Nothing can start if you don't talk about it. You might be scared, and that's okay. But you need to be valiant.
Hey Derpy, if I'm not mistaken, I think the doc might share some feelings for you. They're subtle, but you'll probably see them if you look hard enough.
Let's not have that, shall we?
Doctor, do you love Derpy?
That's a very dangerous word, you know.
Question for the doctor. Any secret fantasies you'd like to share with us?
Secrets are secrets for a reason.
Say, Derpy, how did you get your cutie mark?
Hi. Derpy, if it's not a bother, do you mind me asking? Now that you know there's different doctors, do you know there's also other yous?
Come to think of it, yeah, there are probably lots of other derpies out there. Maybe we could have a big muffin bake-off.
Sorry, Derpy, but I don't think it would be safe for you to come in contact with too many versions of yourself. As a Time Lord, I can handle the consequences, but I just don't want to take any risks with you, okay?
Okay. Thanks for taking care of me.
It's only natural.
Dearest Derpy, what do you do for food in the TARDIS? Who cooks when you eat in? And where do you go if you decide to eat out?
He has a kitchen and lots of supplies, but I do the cooking because he is a terrible cook.
I'm not.
Have you ever made muffins for the doctor?
Lots of times.
With lots of butter in the middle.
Nothing like a hot muffin with melty butter.
What about melty butter with a muffin in it?
Ew.
Can you shift your eyes so that they're pointing 180 degrees away from each other? That would be so cool!
If your eyes are always unbalanced, can you see in two different directions all the time?
Sorta. My left eye sees perfect, but my right eye is a bit farsighted.
Derpy, how long have you known the doctor?
It's hard to keep track, but I think somewhere around half a year.
Have you learned anything new while being with the doctor?
That's a silly question. I see something new around every corner with him.
What's one of your favorite memories with the doctor?
Everything.
Derpy, did the doctor ever tell you anything about humans?
He talks about them all the time. They sound weird, though. Like how they have skinny minotaur arms and big monkey bodies, but no tails and no fur or wings or magic. And apparently they think wearing no clothes is indecent, which is silly. I mean, it sounds really inconvenient.
Derpy, what would you do if the doctor became a human again?
Oh. I never thought about that. Maybe he'll go home someday. I'm sure he probably misses home. I wouldn't want to hold him back.
Do you ever find yourself going for a splash in the TARDIS pool? Does the doctor join sometimes?
I love swimming after a long day. He does too. He won't stop playing with that water noodle.
Also, whatever happened to your glasses? You looked rather cute in them.
Oh, these aren't my glasses. I found them in the wardrobe. The doctor likes to put them on when he's really interested in something, and it's so cute I wanted to try it. Come along, my dearest lovely companion. Mail? I didn't know the doctor got mail.
Hello, Derpy. What would you do if I gave you 2 tickets to a romantic cruise and told you to take with you the doctor on the cruise?
Dear sir and or madam, if you are receiving this message, congrats! You are one of a lucky few who has been chosen to preview Santa's most recent theme park, Vocational Death Cruise. As you would know, Vocational Death Cruise is a spin-off of Santa's world-famous Deathtoll Park, the popular roller coaster guaranteed to give you a scream. TM. Now you have the opportunity to try Santa's newest attraction for free. This 7-day island cruise with a stop at the new Death Island will allow you to enjoy the comfort of a relaxing beach cruise with the thrill of an amusement park. Santa herself will be there to act as your tour guide and show you the rides, the casino, and the sharks. If you are still feeling hesitant, did we mention that there is a prize valued at over 2,000 bits for one lucky shipmate? Don't be shy, come aboard! The ticket isn't closed. Thanks for joining us, Santa's Helper.
Hey, Derpy, ask the doctor if he could take you on a cruise ship. Then sometime during the cruise, you two could look out in the sunset, and when you get the chance, lean your head on his shoulder. I'm sure he won't mind since you're his companion at all. It should work. A lot of relationships start like that.
Aside from being a cruise ship, you're pretty sure that you'll be on an island with plenty of women? Your companion/current bedfellow is invited to... Bedfellow? Clearly this was sent to the wrong address.
It seems you haven't been in Equestria for some time. Are you feeling at all homesick? Then again, home is where the heart is. And just from my perspective, I believe your heart has become attached to a living thing.
Actually, I haven't been home in a while. It's just... it feels like a totally different world now after traveling with the doctor.
With all the travelling around in the TARDIS with the doctor, do you ever stop by Ponyville to hang out with Carrot Top? If you do, does anybody ever notice you growing up more or aging much?
Nah, I didn't have much back in Ponyville anyways. I miss my friends a bit, but I can visit them anytime.
Hey, Detsy, I was wondering, do you still deliver the mail? Or has your misadventures with the doctor taken up all your time?
Actually, I just got fired from my job before all of this. I was taking a walk to calm down, and that's when I found the doctor.
Hey, just a random question, but do ponies have belly buttons?
Yep, of course we have belly buttons. Our fur just covers them up.
Really? Have you ever suspected that the doctor might know something about your feelings for him?
Well, what? I really don't think he does. He's kind of dense sometimes.
Derpy, I have a theory. It doesn't seem the doctor knows how you feel about him, right? What if the opposite is true? He is a very intelligent man and about 910 years old. What if there are little tiny ways he shows his affection for you? You are also very intelligent, Derpy. He wouldn't have chosen you as his companion if you weren't absolutely brilliant. Think about that. Derpy, there is something you should know. The doctor is very observant, but he has an odd love for playing dumb. He may have already noticed your crush on him, and is playing along until you're ready to express your feelings.
You think so? I don't know. I'm not all that special. I shouldn't assume stuff like that.
How do you feel about the doctor's obsession with the TARDIS?
Obsession? I wouldn't call it an obsession. He's just passionate.
Hey, Ditsy, does the doctor still stroke bits of the TARDIS when he thinks you're not looking?
Well, I mean, I pet my oven sometimes, so it's not that weird.
Do you get jealous whenever the doctor calls his TARDIS sexy?
He what?
They're lying! Just between you and me, sexy.
Has the doctor ever tried to fix your eyes?
My eyes? But...
Look at your eyes! What is up with those? You might want to go see a doctor about that.
I know they're stupid, but I can't help it.
Has the doctor ever protected you from anything besides Daleks and whatnot? Possibly like a bully, or just a mean pony.
Oi, don't you dare say things like that about my companion!
Has the doctor ever hugged or held you?
It's okay, Derpy. You're special to me, and you've done great things. Don't let them get you down.
Was there ever a time when the doctor had gotten you to stop crying by doing something silly?
Hey, look here. Look at me.
Thank you. Oh, Doctor, even if I can't tell you my feelings, I can still love you from afar.
Girl! You're one bad breakup away from being that creepy ex that stalks you everywhere.
Have you ever met overly attached girlfriend?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, I just noticed. Can we observe and talk to you to our missions on outside of the TARDIS now?
Oh, don't worry about that. I adjusted the range in order to assure Derpy would be safer. Also, the TARDIS seems to readjust who, when, and where when it comes to these asks. She does have a mind of her own, after all. Who knows?
Do you and the doctor share a bed?
Of course not. I have my own bed, and he's kind of sleeps whenever. He's weird.
Is the doctor in your room all the time? Like, do you ever just walk in and find him sleeping in your bed or playing with your stuff?
He might be a bit invasive, but he's never done something like that. Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
What does the doctor's mane smell like? Come on, I know you've indulged in an innocent sniff once or twice.
He smells like adventure with a dash of milk and honey.
Have you been tempted to steal a kiss from the doctor while he isn't noticing?
Have you ever considered having a foal with the doctor?
I'm way too young to be thinking about foals right now. Goodness, I only just became an adult myself.
How do you feel about having kids?
Although, 2 might be nice. A colt and a filly.
Derpy, would you ever want to be a mom?
Derpy daydream mode activate.
What a beautiful family we have, Derpy.
But now's not the time for that.
Has the doctor ever been high or drunk? Bet he'd be pretty cute drunk.
Well, there was that one time at the Summer Harvest Festival. Doctor, did you seriously just have 6 of Barry's blasting berrylicious punch?
Yeah, but Derpy.
What? What?
I think you need to wear this taco.
Doctor, that's a cheese hat, not a taco.
Yeah, and next you're gonna say this isn't an avocado suit.
Welp.
Tell me a bedtime story about you and the doctor, please.
Oh, I'll try. I don't know if I'm very good with bedtime stories, but I'll share the story of how the doctor and I first ran into changelings. Once upon a time, the doctor didn't know much about Equestria. He was curious about so many things: our history, our culture, our creatures, magic. But this time, he wanted to know about our stars. When he learned about the Secretariat Comet and its powerful magic, he decided our next stop would be to see it in Ponyville. But he landed a few days early. We would have gone back to try again, but we noticed something was wrong with the town. The ponies were acting strange. Many of them were missing. So we decided to investigate. I got distracted, though. Really distracted. I was scared. I couldn't get out of there, and there was some pony out there pretending to be me. And worse still, that changeling followed the doctor. Apparently it went ravenous when it tried to feed off of him, and captured him as well. The doctor wasn't sure what happened. When the changeling tried to turn into him, it panicked and ran away, leaving him there. Next thing I knew, I was let free by a group of ponies who were saved, and the changelings were gone. When I found the doctor, he was still trapped, dazed and confused. After everything, you'd think he'd be scared, or at least a bit unnerved. But no, he was excited. He wanted to know more about the changelings, saying he saw things when that changeling captured him. After we saw the comet together, he had something new to discover. Our next destination, Canterlot.
If the absolute value of negative 8 divided by the square root of 4 is equal to c plus 3 divided by negative 5 squared, what is the value of c?
Negative 8 value is 8. Square root of 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Square root of negative 5. Square root of negative 5. Square root of 5. Square root of negative 5. Square root of negative 5. Square root of negative 5.
Derpy, calm down. There is no square root to a negative. Any number multiplied itself has to be a positive number. The only possible way to do that is to make it I 2.2360697774889, which is not a definitive number. You can't find the value of c with the square root of negative 5. You asked that just because you knew it would confuse her. Understand this. Derpy is a brilliant mare who does her best to prove she's capable and reliable. When she can't solve something, it makes it feel like she's failed. So I have a little advice for you. Do not hurt my companion. Do I make myself clear? 97.
Hey, Doctor. How are you going to cheer her up after such a breakdown? Is she going to be all right? Is Derpy all right?
She'll be fine. She's just prone to fits sometimes.
Doctor, do something! Derpy's just drooling everywhere.
She tells me not to worry about it, but I can't help it. She'll be awake soon, but, what was she doing before?
Can we get the doctor's side of the story? How did he react when he found out his Derpy wasn't the real Derpy?
Oh, story, right. I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you this part. Where were we?
What happened in Canterlot?
Oh, Canterlot. That's the good part. My turn.
Oh, Canterlot was a mess now, wasn't it?
You're absolutely right, it was. The first wave of the changeling invasion. Ponies scattering in fear, chaos all around. And there I was with my trusty companion, ready to take them on and figure out what they wanted.
The doctor wasn't scared by the changelings?
Me? The hero of the story? Scared? Not a chance. Derpy and I split up to try and locate the Queen and apprehend her. That's when one of them tried to strike. But I wouldn't fall for it twice. I knew what the changeling was up to, and you know what I did? I gave it a taste of all the love I contain for all things in the universe. After it ran off, I decided protecting the citizens was far more important. The changelings were attracted to my love like magnets. I made the perfect distraction and I held them all for as long as I could.
Goodness, how exciting! Then what happened? Did you meet Queen Chrysalis?
So he saved you from changelings. Did he ever get a chance to study them up close before knowing the doctor? He could probably try to negotiate with the Queen first.
Unfortunately, no. The changeling were banished out of Canterlot before we could find her. Still, everyone was safe, and that's what mattered. Since then, I have not been able to find any groups of changelings, and thus, no queen. One day I hope to find her.
Careful, Doctor. The TARDIS may not have enough space for your ego.
It does so, it's infinite. I have an ego room.
Did you ever see the changeling that you overloaded with love? Cause that sounds like the kind of stuff that ends up biting you in the rump farther along the line.
Remember the changeling that managed to capture me the first time? That was the same changeling. We just met out of order. It came back greedy and curious.
Oh my. I do hope you don't think all changelings are bad.
No, of course not. That's why I wanted to study them, to find out how the hive works and who controls it.
Hey Doc, when a changeling flies quickly, do its legs whistle?
I don't recall. That would be adorable if they did.
Wow, Doc, you're really brave. You must have a lot of love attracting all those changelings. I can see why Derpy likes you so much.
My boundless love spreads through all of time and space.
Wow, Doctor, a love like yours must have been powered by so many people ponies in your life. Anyone particular come to mind?
I hope you're not implying something here.
Hey Doctor, I got a question and I promise I won't tell anyone. Do you like Ditzy?
I like her. Let's leave it at that.
Doctor, do you like Derpy? And I mean like her.
Please don't push it.
Hey Dr. Who's, I dare you to answer these two questions. Do you love Derpy as more than a companion? And if you do love her as something more, what would you do to her if she felt the same way about you?
Stop asking me things like this.
Hey Doctor, question for you. Does Derpy know you're married yet or not?
No, she doesn't. I already said that she's not ready.
Doctor, you need to tell Derpy you're married.
No, I don't! I need to take care of some things.
Derpy, call me crazy, but I think the doctor has feelings for you as well. Maybe you should get someone else to talk to him for you, if you're too nervous yourself. Hey, Derpy, did you know the doctor actually likes you? By like I mean love. He is keeping that from you because he thinks it will put you at risk. You didn't hear this from me. Derpy, Doctor loves you. He told Time Turner he loves you.
Hey Derpy, I think the doctor has a crush on you.
I'm going to ask one more time. Mind your own business and drop the subject.
Derpy, did you ever think that maybe Doc does love you, but doesn't want to let you know to protect you? Think about how many of his companions he grew an attachment to, and how bad he felt when he had to see them go.
Doctor, why don't you try cooking up some muffins or something for Derpy? I'm sure she would love if you did. Here, I even have a recipe for her favorite kind.
I remember her mentioning she really liked these. Good luck.
Hey, yeah, you're right. I can make her something for when she wakes up.
I smell burning.
I swear, just a little longer and they would have been perfect.
Then your sense of time is more mixed up than my right eyeball.
All right, Miss Hooves, what really happened?
He told that really heroic version of the story, didn't he? Well, when we got there, the changelings were already invading. He got really excited and ran off on his own, telling me to try and get information from other ponies. I had a good friend in Canterlot who was really smart and might be able to help, so I went to find him. Besides, I wanted to give him a gift anyways. He was pretty upset. He worked hard to set up the royal wedding preparations. He always loved helping with big events and parties. But he told me not to worry, that the changelings were underestimating the royals and that I should wait with him where it was safe. I was worried about the doctor though, so after giving my friend my thank you gift, I left to go find him. That's when the changelings were all thrown out of Canterlot with magic. I found the doctor collapsed and shaking in an alley. He looked very tired but relieved. I think the changeling tried to attack him again. It's weird though. When I asked if we could see the royal wedding, he didn't want anything to do with it and went to the TARDIS to rest while I went to see it alone. Sometimes I really don't understand him.
Derpy! Why do you have your ponytail tied at the edge with a key on the tie? I mean the one on your mane. Why do you have a key on your ponytail? This has been bugging me.
Oh, I never explained that, did I? Oops. It looks cute, doesn't it?
What's up with the key in your ponytail, or mane, or you know what I mean?
It's the TARDIS key. My home is your home is what the doctor said when he gave it to me. That actually sounds pretty embarrassing now that I said it out loud myself.
Are you ever clumsy around the doctor?
Of course not. Ah! Whoa!
Derpy, are you alright? I heard...
I just don't know what went wrong.
So Derpy, have you ever tried to fly the TARDIS before?
So Derpy, how much of the TARDIS have you explored?
I explore all the time, but there's still a lot to discover.
Hello there, Derpy Eye Pony. I'm the doctor. If you need any help with anything, I can help with portals. Have you and the doctor met any other versions of you or yourselves? I'd like to note there are a lot of versions.
No bad other doctors, no paradoxes, out.
Where's George now? Is he still living with you? And if so, Derpy, how do you feel about that?
George is still around. Personally, I don't mind. But, I can't really say the same for the doctor.
Doctor, does George still live on the TARDIS? Has the doctor ever gotten into poison joke before?
Derpy, the asparagus! Did you find any for Zakora?
No, they were all out at the market.
Has the doctor ever been affected by poison joke? If so, what happened to him? If not, what do you think will happen?
You have to keep looking! I can't fly the TARDIS like this!
So, Derpy, I assume you'll continue traveling with the doctor as usual. No strings or plans attached?
Of course.
So where do you two plan to go now?
He's about to take me to a future colony on Mangala.
Mangala is what they call Mars here. Literally another name for Mars, but it's Pony Mars! Mangala used to be a barren red planet, but in this dimension, the ponies eventually terraformed it with magic! Magical terraforming, can you imagine? I can't, and that's why we're going there!
I'm so excited!
So what adventure awaits you two now?
Captain, our weapons have been disabled by the enemy fleet. The engineers report that there's no way to get them back online.
This is not good. Tell the crew to evacuate to Equus immediately and warn them. I'll take over from here.
Yes, sir, but what about Mangala's defense?
I'm going to ram the ship right into them. The ship's artificial singularity core will absorb them in a temporary black hole.
But what about...
2 things, Fiddlesticks. 1, I don't have time to argue about this, and 2, tell everyone and Commander Sirius that I went down as a hero. So long as you all live, my life doesn't matter. Now go! No turning back now. What the? The whole fleet vanished? That's impossible! Oh crap! That means I'm heading straight for Mangala. What does Sirius do in a situation like this? Come on, you stupid machine, turn! What the?
Hello! Sorry, coordinates were slightly off. I'm the Doctor, and this is my companion, Derpy. Also, mind explaining why we're careening towards a defenseless colony planet?
Doctor? Derpy? There are friendlies in the area. A ship full of ponies under attack. They're evacuating, but the captain is pulling some kind of suicide counterattack. Now would be a good time for some daring heroics.
Hold on. How the
Wrong answer!
Hey, plan now! Don't just stand there like a blithering idiot, do something!
On second thought, I think an act first, ask later is in order.
Captain, meet Dr. and Ditzy! Dr. and Ditzy, meet the captain of this fine vessel! Now, turn the bucking ship, or we're all going to die!
Okay, here we go, full power!
What? Are you nuts?
Yes, he is.
Hold on, everyone. Here we go again.
Handale!
Man, even when he's looking in the face of death, your doc is adorable.
What are you doing?
Putting everything into overdrive, obviously.
We're going to crash with an impact strong enough to shatter the whole planet at this rate. Stop it!
Almost.
Go, Doctor, go, go, go.
Almost. Ha-ha! I've done it again!
What?
What a hero.
What did you do?
Well, that should be obvious. The ship burned up all of its energy, so now there's no power left for it to run on. And just in time, too. The gravitational pull slowed it down, and now it should be stuck in an orbit safe and sound. No good hanging about on a dead ship. Come with me!
But
Whee! Let's go!
That's the spirit, Ditzy!
it's bigger on the inside. Impressive.
Ah, never gets old.
But it still looks like an old phone booth from the outside.
Don't ruin my moment. Alright, where's your crew, Doc? I can take you there, and you can call someone to pick up your stranded ship.
2 things, Doc. 1, what just happened back there? And 2, you expect me to believe that you just came out of nowhere and are not involved with them somehow? Where did all the Centaurians go? There was a whole fleet. They were en route to attack Mangala when they suddenly vanished.
Centauran?
Yes, obviously. We've been fighting them off for... Darn it. Why am I forgetting something?
You've been fighting the Centaurans for...
The what?
What? But you just... Never mind. Just tell me where your crew is docking.
Right. This is not good.
Right then, here we are at the Mangalan docking station. You should be able to join your crew just fine.
What? So fast? How in the...
No need to worry about that. You and your crew are safe now, all thanks to you evacuating from that awful meteor storm.
Meteor storm? That doesn't seem...
No need to worry, as you can see, I'm qualified for this. Keep it hush-hush, and now go join your crew. Shush.
Yes, sir!
So can we go to Mangala now?
We will, but I think I need to go investigate some things. Something seems off.
Off? You mean like how that guy forgot what he was talking about?
Mm-hmm, exactly that.
Well, okay then, let's go investigate.
Actually, I need to do this on my own. I won't take long. You just need to wait in the TARDIS, alright?
Oh, okay. Be careful!
Thank you, Ditzy.
Well, now what do I do?
Would you say the Doctor acts much like an equine outside of what you've deliberately taught him to do? Like, have you ever caught him neighing or eating flowers or anything?
Ooh, doctor gossip. I can get behind that. Sometimes when he gets spooked, he whinnies really loud. Other times he'll start grazing when he's deep in thought. It always makes him blush when he realizes it.
If you had to choose between a million thrilling gazillion bits or the Doctor and 3 muffins, what would you choose?
Are you crazy? The doctor is worth a lot more than that.
Derpy, how can you trust the Doctor with your life when he can't trust you with something as simple as his name?
There's a big difference between things you need to say and things you don't have to. There's nothing wrong with keeping secrets. Sometimes secrets are there because they hurt. If trusting somebody means that I have to hurt them, then how could they trust me?
What are you willing to do for the Doctor? Are you willing to stay by his side no matter what?
What? Well, yeah, as long as he wants me to.
Never let him go, Derpy. He needs you more than you know.
Okay. You guys are starting to make me nervous.
While a doctor has the capacity to leave his companions from time to time, he would only ever do so to protect them. He needs you around, but he'll put your safety above everything else. Remember that.
I know that, but he'll be back soon and everything's going to be okay, right?
How would you react if the Doctor died?
Don't say stuff like that. I don't even want to think about it.
Derpy, what do you know of the Doctor's past?
Just that he travels in space and time, and he came from another universe with the humans. He hasn't said much else, but that's up to him to tell me.
Derpy, does a doctor ever have bad memories from the life he had before he turned into a pony? If so, what do you do to help him cope?
He doesn't sleep much, but sometimes when he does, he has bad dreams, probably about the past. I sing him lullaby and it always helps.
Call me crazy, but do you ever fear that the doc may do something, believe something stupid, if you don't confess your feelings for him?
I don't know, like what? I'm more afraid something bad will happen if I do confess. He's back! Welcome back, Doctor.
Hey, Derpy, see what's got the doc so shaken up? Looked like he'd seen a ghost.
Doctor? That wasn't very long, is
Say, Derpy, you wouldn't leave the doctor, right? I mean, if something made him act differently, you wouldn't leave him because he wasn't the same cult you knew, right? Also, could you ask the doctor about the Valier when you get the chance?
Don't ever ask about that again.
Everything alright there, Doctor? Doctor, what's wrong? Are you okay? Doctor, is something the matter?
It's much worse than I thought. So much worse.
Back? Where did he go in the first place?
Nowhere. I went nowhere, and that's the problem.
Wow! Doc, I haven't seen you that shaken since you saw a Dalek from out of the Time War. What happened?
I don't have time to explain. I need to see if this happened anywhere else.
To Miss Derpy, have you ever seen the doctor's angry side? It could scare a Dalek to the other side of the galaxy.
Hey, Derpy, is there one thing the Doctor is most infamous for in the universe? It's his anger. Have you ever seen him truly mad? If so, what did you think? And how did you react to seeing this side of him? Have you seen the more aggressive side of the Doctor yet?
Has there ever been a moment where the doctor genuinely scared you?
And don't ask about that either!
The doctor always runs, Derpy. It's what he's best at. But eventually, the past catches us all. Even if you are a time traveler.
What?
The only question I can think of asking you is a simple one. Will you remember him like this? And for what it's worth, I am sorry.
Doctor?
It's probably best that he only tells you what he wants to tell you. You know how he is when not telling all the details.
I'm sure he'll tell me when he gets back.
Derpy, if the doctor didn't want to save people anymore, would you still want to stay with him?
But why wouldn't he want to do that? I don't understand.
Derpy, we cannot explain what will happen. Please, just help him before it does.
What? This isn't funny. Let's just focus on making him feel better, okay?
You should make chocolate chip pancakes.
Yes, I'm on it. Feel better pancakes it is.
Holy horse pears! Give him a banana quick!
Banana chocolate chip. Even better. Good idea.
Derpy, do you think there is a difference between cowardice and fear? And if there is, would you know how to tell them apart?
We all have fear. Most ponies might say running away makes you a coward. That's not it at all. It's okay to be afraid. Being afraid is what makes us brave. A coward is someone who's too scared to admit they're afraid and makes bad choices because of that. It's not wrong to be a coward either, it's just sad. Perfect! This will definitely make him feel better.
It shouldn't be possible. There has to be something else.
Do bubbles sometimes help calm the doctor down as well?
Eh?
Derpy, quick, go hug the doctor. It might calm him down. Ask what's wrong first.
Come on, Doctor. You can tell me what's wrong after you've had something yummy to eat.
Alright? You did this just because I looked upset?
Yep, some pony has to look out for you, too.
That's so ridiculously nice. You really didn't have to.
Stars and moons and air balloons.
Shh, just eat. Stars and moons and air balloons, fluffy clouds on the horizon.
How?
So, is Doc happy now?
Ah, yes, I feel a lot better.
Poor doctor. Something must have really upset him if he's crying over pancakes.
Oh no, he cries over all sorts of silly little things. That's normal.
Yeah.
He looks a bit scared. Why don't you ask him what happened? And maybe comfort him and prepare a nice cup of tea. This should help him calm down, Derpy.
So do you want to talk about it now?
I can try.
I wonder what the doctor has to say now that he's got something to eat and he has calmed down a bit.
It's not what I found that was upsetting. It's what I didn't find.
Derpy, what do you think could be wrong? I don't think I saw the doctor that worried about something before.
The reason those ships disappeared was because the Centaurans never existed. They're gone. Erased completely right under the universe's nose.
What? How? That doesn't make sense.
You and I only remember them because we're constantly traveling through time, but I can sense it. They were there. Something made them unhappen. Something prevented them from ever existing. But it's not just them. I've searched for other empty spaces. Skaro, Mondus, Logopolis, the Shadow Proclamation asteroids. They've all been plucked out of the web of time. Lost forever. No Daleks, no Cybermen, no Centaurans, no galactic laws. Even Gallifrey. Time Lords. It's all gone. I thought it was just the way this universe was, but I was wrong.
Adventures and mysteries, it never quite ends. I don't know what it's about, but I think I figured you out. You're a Lovestruck Derpy and it troubles my soul. I will be here forever, got me acting like a fool. But I guess we'll stay together though the days may seem cold, because whenever you're here by my side, I feel a part of me is whole.